Hey, good morning. I'm making a quick video for you guys to just show how we're doing breast pumps now. We have some new forms, some new workflows. So I'm gonna talk you through it, show you where all the forms are stored and how to use them. So we're gonna go through just regular breast pumps first. That's what most of them are gonna be. This is where people are paying credit card and not using insurance to rent a breast pump. So they're going to rent the pump through our website, and then our part starts when they come in to rent the pump. So we're going to have them fill out a breast pump breast pump pickup form, and we'll go through that in just a second. And we're going to offer them education on how to use the pump, offer them a flange fitting if they need it. Have them sign the form, document all their responses. We will upload the form in Acuity. I always get all my A's mixed up. We're going to upload the form in Acuity, and then Heather or I will make a subscription in Stripe where the customer's credit card will be charged automatically every 2 weeks. For returns, we will also schedule the return in Acuity when the patient actually returns the pump, not when they say they're going to, but when they're here in front of you is when you schedule that return. There's a separate form to fill out for returns. We upload that in Acuity, and then everybody is going to be responsible for canceling subscriptions in Stripe. So let's get to it and let's go through this together. So I'm going to present my screen now. Maybe, there we go, share screen. All right. Okay, so hopefully you'll have some of these forms printed out in your office. I know we have some here in Midtown, and I'm pretty sure Tracy has some in Marietta as well. But just in case, I'm going to show you where to find these. I have a lot of tabs open. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Okay. So you should be logged into Chrome as info@breastfeedatlantallc.com, and you can find out if you are by just kind of hovering over that icon right there, and then you click on the Drive link. And sometimes it opens on this thing called Priority. I don't really know what that is. It's kind of weird and annoying, so just click on My Drive right there, and then go into breast pump rentals. And so what do we have in here? We have the pickup form, return form, we have equipment rental form, which we'll get into in a minute. There are instructions on how to make a super bill. There's some stuff there for insurance rentals. There is a breast pump super bill, and then a quick reference sheet, which I'm still kind of developing. Right now, we're going to go into this pickup form. So, customer does the breast pump rental form online, which is the actual contract, whenever possible, because that way we can make sure that that contract is signed and stored properly, the credit card information is signed and stored properly, and that we have a copy of their ID. Those things are all really, really important for making sure that if anything happens to that pump, that we have some kind of legal recourse to be compensated for it, and so that we can prove that we had permission to charge that person's credit card. We can say, look, they went to our website, they uploaded all this information themselves, and we can prove that. And somebody else really needs to answer the phone other than me right now. Okay, good. So they will have done that online unless for some reason they can't, and that should happen very, very rarely. I think I've only had to do that a handful of times. One time we had a blind patient, another patient who just could not read English, and we had to use an interpreter to explain to him what the contract said. But it should not be very common at all that a person can't do it online. If they show up without having done the contract online, give them one of our devices. If they don't have one, give them an iPad or one of our phones and have them do the pump rental online. So this is what the form that they actually fill out when they come in looks like. So it just says that I'm picking up this form, and I'm picking up this pump and it's in good condition and I have all the pieces here. And they're going to sign, date, print their name, and then put their relationship to the renter if they are not the renter. So for example, if it's a family member or something like that. And then we, the staff member, we're going to put the model, so if it's a Platinum, Symphony, whatever, the serial number, our name, the date of delivery, and then we're going to offer the patient education on the pump. We're going to say, do you know how to use this pump? Are you sure you have all the right kit pieces? And make sure that they know how to use it. And they can either accept or decline that education. So you document their response right here. Also ask them if they have had a flange sizing, if they want a flange sitting, flange fitting, and if they want one, then we will quickly do that and then document what their size is right there. And the notes section is where you can put anything like there was a cosmetic only crack in the pump that doesn't affect the function of the pump or something like that, or if the customer wants to put notes there about the pump, they can. So you're going to get all of this stuff signed, and then we're going to immediately upload it in Acuity and then shred it, or the customer can take it with them if they want to. For returns, it's a very similar process. When the customer actually shows up with the pump, then we're going to, that is when they get scheduled in Acuity, not when they call in, say they're going to come in, but when they actually come in with that pump is when we're going to schedule it. And then once they are there, they're going to fill out this form where they put their information and their name, date, the person's name, if it is somebody other than the renter, email address and phone number. And then we're also going to ask them if they want a super bill for their insurance. And then they fill out that stuff. We fill out this stuff. So model, serial number, our name, and the date. And then we're going to answer these questions, like if the pump was clean or dirty, or if they forgot the carrying case or the power cord or something like that. And then we're going to upload this into the patient's appointment in Acuity and cancel the subscription in Stripe, which is really, really important. And then if there's no subscription in Stripe, then we're going to send a copy of this form to rentals at Breastfeed Atlanta so that somebody knows that the pump has been returned and to make sure they don't get charged anymore. So I'm going to show you what it looks like to actually upload a form in Acuity. It's pretty easy if you do it on your cell phone. You can do it on your own cell phone if you have Acuity on your phone, or if you don't have Acuity on your phone, we have in each location a Breastfeed Atlanta iPhone that you can use for this purpose. So I actually have a rental return here in front of me. So this patient called on Friday and told me that she was going to be coming over the weekend to return her pump. And so I left a return form on a clipboard for her with a pen, and I left a sticky note on here that says, do not take this with you, leave this in the locker. And I think it seems I worked really well. So she put all her info on here, and I went ahead and I did schedule her in Acuity. I scheduled the return. So I'm going to pull this up now, and I'm going to show you kind of what you would do on your cell phone. It's hard to demonstrate stuff on the cell phone for this camera because I don't know, it's kind of weird. It doesn't really come through, or maybe it does. Let's see. Here's our patient, and we're going to find her rental return appointment. And then you go to edit, and then right here where it says return receipt, this is where we're going to do it. So you do choose file. And from your computer, it'll just let you select files from the computer to upload, which I don't have it on the computer. I have it right here on paper. So what we're going to do is I've done the exact same thing on my phone, and then I'm going to choose pick file. And then it gives me the option to take a photo, which I'm going to do. And then it opens my camera. I'm going to, oops, and I forgot to put the date. It was 2/22/2020. So we're going to take a picture of it. Hey, Rebecca, I'm recording. What's up? What you got?
I have a phone call, I think, for you.
Okay, what is it?
Michelle from Peach State Health, trying to update and verify information on Beverly, the nurse practitioner in the area.
So you can just answer for her,
Okay.
and like all the answer to the questions are going to be like, no, we don't have wait time. Like, yes, we inform patients about wait.
Okay.
Yes, we have an email.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
So I took a picture of it, and now I am having it submit. And so then, actually, I wasn't having it submit because I didn't hit submit, but now I did. So now, when we go into this appointment, again, if we kind of refresh and go back in, it should show us her rental form that I just uploaded. And there it is. We can do view, and we've got it. So that's that part of the process. Now we need to go into Stripe and end her subscription so that she's not charged again. So we go to stripe.com. Most of you do not yet have user IDs for Stripe. I'm going to get all of those for you in the next hour or so, and you'll be getting emails about how to set them up. So this is what Stripe looks like when you log in. So we're going to go, and the easiest way to do it is to search by the person's email address. And that's her. So it's going to pull up her customer profile. And so we have all these section headings. There's details, metadata, customer balance. We're going to look for the one that says subscriptions, and there it is. And so she is subscribed to this Amita Platinum. So what we are going to do is cancel her subscription, and we're going to do it immediately. And then she is canceled. Also up here, you have her payments. If the customer is asking you about a refund, so if we will give them a refund if the pump is returned within 24 hours of when they were charged. So for example, her most recent charge was on January 19th at 10:31 a.m. So if she were to return that pump by January 20th at 10:30 a.m., I would refund this payment for her as a courtesy. So you just go right here and click on that little arrow, and you have to put a reason why. So you put returned and then your initials. And then if I were going to refund her, I would click refund, but I'm not going to because she didn't return it for several days after, so we're going to cancel it. And then the one last thing that we need to do is we need to go up here in the labels, and we need to choose the label that says subscription canceled, which is in here somewhere. Yep, subscription canceled. And then that way, when Heather looks at this, she knows that it's canceled. And then we also, I think we can put the serial number in here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Edit serial number 03684. So that is the process from beginning to end for the most common type of rental we're going to have, which is where we're not billing insurance. So a couple of exceptions to this process. So one, if the patient is having their insurance billed, then we have a special form for that. They do not fill out the stuff online. They're going to fill out this form. You will print it out and hand it to them and have them do it online. And this basically says that they understand that their insurance can be billed for up to 3 months, and they agree to pay for the pump after the 3 months is up if they don't bring the pump back, or if their insurance denies the rental for whatever reason, they understand that they're responsible for it. We will, of course, inform people before any charges are made to their credit card. It's not going to be a surprise. We'll call them. Only pumps that are available for insurance billing right now, as of this recording, are the Medela Lactina. and the Unimom Minuet. And both of those now have to be returned because Amita has, pardon me, Aetna has significantly reduced their reimbursement for that. So all of those pumps have to come back. They can't keep them anymore. And pretty much anybody that has an Aetna plan that is not Wellstar is eligible for a breast pump rental, even if they already got a breast pump from their insurance. So that's a pretty cool benefit. So what else do we have? That is the only change though for those breast pump rentals. Everything else runs exactly the same as the regular rentals. On the breast pump return form, as I mentioned, there is a place here where they can get a super bill. And so sure enough, this lady who returned over the weekend, she did say that she wants one. So I'm going to show how to make a super bill for her. So a super bill is a document that has all the information that a patient would need to submit to their insurance for reimbursement. So the first thing we need to know is how many months the patient had the rental. So let's look at this patient's history in Acuity, and it looks like, okay, so she rented on January 19th and then returned pretty much a month later. So she's got 1 month of rental. So in this same folder, we have the pump super bill. So we open that up. And then we're going to make a copy. These are all so that you guys can only view them. So we will make a copy, and we're going to put her last name and super bill. Say okay. And so we put the patient's name here. And we're in the copy, not the original, of course. Patient's first name is Kranti. Okay. And I don't know if we have her date of birth. We don't, so she can fill that in herself. And she can also put her insurance information on here if her insurance company requires that. So the date of service is going to be the date that they picked up the pump. So, oops, wrong one. So for her, she picked up on January 19th. 1/19/2020. And this is the diagnosis code is loaded in there for you. The procedure code is there. There's really not a modifier for this. And the charge, she had an Amita Platinum, but she had it for a whole month, so it's $100. And then I'm going to go down here and also put this patient had a pump. So we're going to, pardon me, she had a kit. So we're going to put that on here, and maybe she can get reimbursed for that. And you do not include, there's no sales tax on these items, just FYI. And so amount charged was $150, the amount paid was $150, and her amount due is $0. My signature is already on it. Also, there are instructions to the patient on the bottom of the form about how to submit it to their insurance. Our contact information is on here, tax ID, NPI, all of those things. Once we've completed it, then we're going to go up here to File and Email as Attachment. And we're going to send it to her with the email address she provided. Oh gosh, this is really long, so I'm actually going to copy and paste it from her Acuity account so I don't have any errors in spelling. So, hi, here is the super bill that you requested. Please let us know if you have any questions. Okay. All right. And then we're going to send it. Okay, so that is sent. And then now we're going to go back into this folder and make sure that we delete it so that we're not storing a ton of super bills in here. Because once it's sent, we don't need it anymore. And oh gosh, where did it go? Where was that stored? Let's see. Looks like this is in, oh, it's just stored in the drive. Okay, so I think what we can do is go up here and search for her name. Just a second, I'm trying to figure out what I did. Okay, why don't we put it in breast pump rentals? Huh, how do we delete this? Okay, move to trash, there we go, that's what we can do. Okay, so now it's in the trash and that process is completely complete for breast pump rentals. So for you guys, I would say what you need to do is, of course, watch this video, review in the drive where to find these documents, and let me know if you have any questions. I will continue working on these forms here that I told you, the quick reference sheet and the instructions for the super bill, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, I'm going to end the video, maybe, if I can figure out how. Don't really know. There has to be a way to end this. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, stop video. And then can we end recording or end the stop share? Okay, oh, end meeting. There we go.